Now is the time for our knowledge learning session. Today, the topic is Discover Yourself Before You Discover Your Brand. And we have our guest speaker, Ms. Pankuri Gidwani. Welcome. Just a quick introduction about her before she begins the session. Ms. Pankuri Gidwani is a highly established actress, model, and who has been working in the fashion and entertainment industry and is a perfect combination of beauty with brains. Her achievements include being Femina Miss Grand India 2016, an actor, model, and in being an influencer in the digital world. She participated at the Miss Grand International 2016 and has also become the second youngest beauty queen to represent India after Bollywood actress Priyanka Chopra. Pankuri was part of the troupe which performed Indradhanush at the Rashtrapati Bhavan during the tenure of late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Along with this, she's also a yoga and wellness coach and a renowned TEDx speaker. With a following of 40K plus, she is using her platform to empower women and raise awareness about issues faced by millennials in today's work environment. Once again, we'd like to welcome you, Ms. Pankuri Gidwani. And for the next 20 minutes, please enlighten us with how we can discover ourselves before we discover our brands.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Violet, for this very sweet gesture of this elaborate introduction about me. Thank you. I am so very glad to have all the people who have gathered here on this virtual meeting with us. And I would just right away jump into the topic. So let me tell you a little story. For example, two people. Let's take Poulami and Seema, right? They are talking to each other and they're like, Poulami says, there's this person who has started his own wellness brand. And Seema says, who's it? And Poulami says, it's that person, Sanjay, our common friend. And Seema says, really? Like, has he started a wellness and fitness brand? And Poulami says, yes. Why are you so surprised? Because Seema says, I have never seen him even walk or go for a jog or go for a run. So him doing a fitness and wellness brand doesn't sound, very much in sync to me. And then Poulami says, okay, he has some products that he wants to sell to me and he was talking about it. What do you think? And Seema will say, well, I've never known him as a person who's been into health and fitness. So I'm not really sure if his products are going to be the best for you. So I think, you should consider other options. And there his brand goes flat. Now, my purpose of telling you this story was that if your own passions, your own characteristics don't align with the characteristics of your brand falls flat on its face in the very first meeting, in the very first inception of your customers, right? So before building your personal brand about any product or service, or anything that you're wanting to build on your own, you really have to know yourself. You have to discover yourself before you discover your brand. Now, how do you do it? If you start putting out a lot of content on social media or on your website without actually knowing what your passions are aligned to, then it'll only make things more confusing for you and your audience, because जब आप किसी चीज के लिए खुद नहीं फील करते हो तो आप किसी को कैसे फील करा सकते हो, as basic as that, right? So it requires a lot of focused introspection to actually get to what kind of brand you want to build. Should it be in beauty? Should it be in wellness? Should it be in fitness? Should it be in services like hotels? Should it be a car brand? Whatever it is, it has to align with you as a personality, right? For example, let's just take, if you would look at me, what would you think as a person? I mean, I just want to ask anyone, Kanishka, Kanishka, what would you think, seeing me, what would I be a brand ambassador of, or, something that I could have of my own?
Maybe a beauty brand or a wellness related product.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kanishka. Now, why did Kanishka say that? Because I look like someone, I represent that kind of an image to you. I take care of my beauty, I take care of how I look, I take care of my health. So, hence, a wellness brand, right? And you have seen that being portrayed on social media and the places that I have given my talks. So that's how I have branded myself as a person, and that's how I want to be perceived by people, right? So to discover all of this, you need to ask yourself a few questions which are based on the particular parameters. So first will be your passion, right? What energizes you? What makes you attractive to others? Your passion will make you attractive to others. If you have the passion for makeup, if you have the passion for cars, if you have the passion for sports, you know you will speak a lot about it, you will represent that in your personality, and that's what will attract people to your brand. You will be very clear about what moves you, what really makes you wake up every day and go to your office and meet your team and make them work, right? And to unearth your passions, there are these two questions that you should definitely ask yourself. One is, what are the topics that you have a lot of knowledge about? What can you talk about endlessly? It could be as simple as Bollywood to as difficult as Formula One racing. It could be anything. What is the one thing that you can talk about endlessly? And what part of your job do you love the most? Do you like a lot of research work? Do you like on-field work? Do you like backhand work? What is the kind of work that you like, so that you can incorporate it as a part of your brand, right? Then, secondly, after passion comes your superpowers. What are your superpowers? Superpower, of course, doesn't mean that you'll start flying. Superpower means that what is it that you can do better than others, or you can do the best? For example, I will say my superpower right now is dance, acting, and also, modeling and everything now, because I have the experience in it, and beauty given by God's grace, but I know it is my superpower, right? So these four are my superpowers, and I will know how to use them, where to use them, and how to build my brand from these superpowers. Also, I love studying, so I know I can do a lot of research work and a lot of implementation work, right? So these are the things that are the core of your personality. Like if you have to tell about yourself in one line, these things will be a part of that line. So in this scenario, again, you need to ask yourself two questions. What is it that you do better than anyone else? And if you were to receive an award, if you were to get an award for something, what would it be for? So you have to know what you are best at, and you're so good at it that you'll receive an award for it and incorporate it as a part of your business. Okay. Thirdly, we go to values. Now, values are something that you have from your childhood. They are inculcated in you from your culture, from your parents, from people around you, from your schooling, right? So these are something that you carry with you. And it's not about judging yourself or judging other people. It's just about the values you hold and the values the other people hold, right? So respect your values and know. For example, if your value is sort of, being on time, incorporate it as a part of your brand and see how you can make it a part of your brand. If your value is that I will stand up for the right no matter what, so incorporate that as part of your brand. If your value is, I will not harm the environment, so maybe the packaging of whatever brand or product or service you are using, you will never have anything that harms the environment, right? So your values should always stay intact. And to know what are your values, you have to ask yourself, what are your 3 top pet peeves? Basically, what annoys you a lot? What do you not want as part of your brand? So, um, actually, Jayan Kunju, right? आप बताइए, आपके लिए ऐसी कौन सी चीज है? Which are the things that you find very annoying, really annoying situations?
Blaming other person,
blaming other people, right? So you will never have a team, or you will never have any kind of a drawback in your brand where it can lead to blaming of people on each other, right? So you have to have your values very clear before you start your personal brand. Thank you so much, Jen. And of course, you have to know your most angriest and happiest situations as well, so that you know what are the values that you want to incorporate as a part of your company or your brand, right? Now, fourth is your purpose. Now, your purpose is connected to how you want to contribute to the world apart from just earning for yourself or beyond your brand, basically. So that you know what do you want to incorporate in your brand and what do you want to leave out. For example, if you envision the world as, people who are educated, even the people who do not have the economic status are well educated, right? So basically that is your purpose in life. So use your brand to fulfill that purpose and incorporate that as a part of your brand planning. Incorporate that into your brand, because that will really make you work for it. I think purposes make you work more than money any day. So if you'll have your purpose straight in mind, you'll know what brand do you want to build. Also, for this, you will have to ask yourself these 2 questions. What is your biggest hope or biggest dream? What is the biggest that you can achieve, right? And secondly, if you won a lottery and you wouldn't have to work, what would you do, right? How would you spend your time? And that will answer what do you really want to do in life, because that will make money go out of the question, and that will make you work on your purpose. The 5th and the last point here is differentiation. How are you going to stand out from other people, following your values, your purpose, your inner passions, and knowing what you really like to do? How are you going to differentiate yourself from others? How are you going to make sure that your customers come to you and not your competitors, right? So you have to be an irreplaceable brand and not just a commodity in the market, right? You want to be something that cannot be replaced. And you will only be able to understand what's unique in you once you ask yourself these 2 questions. Firstly, what aspect of the world would have been missing if you weren't a part of this world? And it doesn't have to be like something really great. For example, if I wasn't a part of this world, maybe this world won't have a really loving people's person. This world won't have a really good dancer or a really good actor, or a Miss India that could understand people at their level. So then अच्छा ठीक है, ये चीज है जो मैं इतने अच्छे से कर सकती हूँ कि अगर मैं नहीं होती तो ये पार्ट मिसिंग होता शायद, right? So you'll know what is the expertise that you want to incorporate in your brand. And secondly, what strongly sets you apart from other people? What is it that you do differently from others? For example, I being a Miss India and being an actor, you're always expected to look your best. You're always expected to step out in a certain manner, behave in a certain manner with people, right? And even though socially I would behave nicely and everything, but I was different from others. I didn't want to fall in the same category, and hence I would be, I would look good, but I would be very casual. I would just be myself with people, I would not try to be an authority. I would not try to be someone who's well known and has to speak in a certain way and be in a certain way. नहीं, मैं different थी और मैं different हूँ कि मैं लोगों से उनके लेवल पे आके बात करती हूँ. अगर कोई बहुत बड़े हैं तो मैं उनसे सीखती हूँ, और अगर छोटे हैं तो उनसे भी जानने की कोशिश करती हूँ. I'm a very casual, very personal talker. So that is different about me from other people, and I kept it that way. So you have to find that what's different about you that you can incorporate as a part of your brand. And after you will answer all these questions, then you will know, okay, this is the particular product or service that I'm wanting to brand, and this is the way I want to go about it, right? Sorry, I was getting a call. Yeah. This is the manner I want to go about it. These are my values. These are my principles. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And this is how I will build my brand, because this reflects my characteristics. तो अगर मैं ऐसी हूँ तो मेरा brand ऐसा है. And it's so visible if you see, if you take, for example, Ratan Tata, right? He is a brand in himself. He has built that kind of trust with people. So you associate Tata with trust. If you take Reliance, if you take Adani, you associate them with good money. You will invest in their stocks because you know that they're dynamic, that they're developing, and that they will get your money back and they will help you grow, right? So when people build themselves as brand and their brand reflects them, that is when their brand really achieves a lot. So I hope you've written down the questions that I've told you. And if not, I'll give you the list of it, because these are very important for you to find out who you are and who you want your brand to be. And lastly, I would just want to tell you about the benefits of a strong personal brand. Firstly, it will increase your visibility and value. Everybody will see you, everybody will know who you are, and everybody will know your expertise. And hence, that will be the expertise of your brand as well. It increases confidence. You are confident about your brand because you are doing what you do best, and you infuse confidence in your entire team to do their best, right? Raises credibility and authority. If you're doing what you do best, if you're doing what sets you apart from others, you will be credible for people, and people will actually come to you for that. For example, if I am, starting a modeling agency, or if I am starting an acting agency, people know that we can go to this lady because she's done this for years. She's doing it best, and we can follow her guidance and trust it, right? It sets certain expectations because you know what to expect from yourself and your team, because again, you're doing what you do best and you have researched on it and you have studied it a lot. Influences whether your prospects buy from you or your competitors. If you're different from others, if you're doing your best, and if you are creating that kind of trust in the market, of course, your prospects are going to come by from you rather than competitors. It creates trust with your prospects and clients. People trust you because they know you're following your passion, you're following your values, and you're doing something that is irreplaceable in the market. So these are the benefits of having a strong personal brand. And now I would just like to end by saying, firstly, you need to discover who you are. So you find out your expertise, your value, and your target audience. Then you create your identity, that is your image, the message you want to send out to people, and the keywords that you use to send that message out to people. And lastly, you make it visible through your blogs, through your social media, through your website, and your networking with people, and of course, on LinkedIn and otherwise. So, in short, this is how you discover yourself before you discover your brand and match your characteristics with your brand. Communication and personality development regarding your brand is another talk altogether, and I would love to take it because I am, into communication and personality development. But yes, this is about discovering yourself before you discover your brand.
Thank you so much, Pankuri. Now we set the time for question and answers. Learners and beginners, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and we can begin. We'll just have about a few minutes for question and answers.
Pankuri?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi. Many congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you so much.
And,
yes.
Yes. Which was the turning point that you discovered that you need to have a personal branding for yourself?
For me, it was after I became Miss India, because after you reach a certain level, then you have to know who you are and what you want to represent yourself as, because otherwise you'll just be lost in the sea of people who are in your industry, and you only have that 1 year to sort of find yourself out, your reigning year, to find yourself out, to know who you are and what you want to represent yourself as. And if you cash on your personal branding on that year, then it'll go ahead and it'll only go up and up. Otherwise, if that year you go on a low and you kind of don't brand yourself and you just kind of flow with however circumstances are taking you, then people will not take you that seriously, and they will not know what to perceive of you and what to expect from you.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes.
I would like to, Pankuri, I'm not asking a question to you, but I would like to share my feelings after listening to your beautiful perspective. First, I should say that you're walking the talk, and also there is not only the physical beauty, you're having a beautiful inner beauty that I can see, and also I understand from you that one of the most important qualities of making a brand for oneself is that it should be aligned with my purpose of my life and the meaning of my life, and also I need to practice what I'm preaching. And I really, that's a takeaway for me, that I need to do, not for making money or fame or whatever, but it should give me excitement, and whatever I'm doing has to be aligned to the meaning in my life. And I really appreciate your wisdom. You are young, you talk like a age-old pearls of wisdom. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. Wish you all the very best in your life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jen. Yes, I mean, what you're saying is completely agreeable. You should have that passion and energy and fire to wake up every day and do something. And that'll not come only for money, but for your purpose as well.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone else? We'll take the last question.
Okay, your presentation was apt and very crisp. You maintained the time limit. And one thing I really loved you said was like, just imagine that you have got a lottery, and after that, what is the passion that you're going to follow? So that is one thing. Even I, as a financial consultant, I tell my clients that follow your passion. So be financially independent and then follow your passion. That was very valid point. And I wonder how you are like into so many things, so many fields. Really, I
Thank you so much, Vasanti. So basically for me, I think I've always been a multitasker since I was a child. And I had this deal with my parents that, I'll keep my studies good and you let me do whatever, like you let me go. Yeah, so I've learned dance, I've learned Kathak for 14 years. I've played badminton, I've done yoga, I've learned it professionally. Then I started learning acting, got into modeling, into pageantry, and I love reading books. So I feel having different talents and different aspects to your life makes you a multifaceted person, and you understand different people very easily because you've known some or the other aspect of what they're into.
True, absolutely. All right, thank you everyone, and thank you Pankuri for this wonderful knowledge that you've shared with us. I think it's important for all the entrepreneurs here that whatever they're doing, it has to be as per their passion. That's when they'll be able to excel. So thank you once again from the entire TVL team, as well as all the visitors who have joined us today. We really appreciate your time and the knowledge that you've shared with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Violet. Thank you.